All right, I guess I'm live. Hello, everyone. I figured I would do a surprise stream since I got a haircut. So basically, your ability to stay in touch with the crypto markets is based on my fashion sense. I'm going to tweet out our stream here to everybody. YouTube just changed their interface entirely, so I don't really know where the streaming thing is. Oh, there we go. Neat. There's like a little share button in the top right. If you guys want this to be more exciting, let's get more people to watch. Then I'll be more incentivized to act a little crazy. Tweeting. I hope all you guys are enjoying your opportunity to buy the dip. It's been around for like 120 days now. Kind of lost track. It's a long time. I think the price is going to go up, so lucky you. Lucky us, I guess. Let's tweet this out. Drop it on all the Telegram peeps. I run a lot of Telegram groups, so Richard's Calls, where I predict the price. It's free. Enjoy it. I do pretty good, so go me. And then HEX Crypto, which is Hexes. I love Hex, as you can tell by my fancy Hex garb. Strape, it's about 5,000 people in there. It's like general crypto chat. And then I've got my personal development chat, SciVive. I wrote a self-help book, which I think is cool. Has everything smart I know in it. It's probably better than meeting me in person, so check it out. t.me/SciVive. It's really 2 books. I kind of got a politics one in there too. And then I've got a trading channel, Strape Charts, like Strawberry Grape. Yeah, so I just tweeted the link to all those. And the Telegram, Richardheart.win on Telegram, Richardheart.win. All right, boys, today's going to be different. I don't know whether I should take audience. I should make it 2 different. I'm going to take audience questions last, and then I'm just going to run my mouth at you in the meantime. I think the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. If you look at the chart, the daily RSI visited extremely low into the oversold area. If you look back during the bear market, when it got this oversold, it still bounced. And if you look at the bull market, when it got this oversold, it proceeded to moon and make all-time highs every time from, 200 to 20,000, that 100x. It also never dipped this long. So this like prolonged dip thing is something you only see in bear markets. So we'll see. This is all a result of that Ponzi scheme. That Ponzi scheme plus token that owns 1% of all Bitcoin now, they made us 4.5x in a few months, and then they got shut down. And the 14K top was the day they got shut down, basically. So it screwed all the charts up. Everyone that felt safe selling resistance got entirely destroyed. Sell the 200 EMA, sell the horizontal at 6,500, sell 90 RSI or whatever. All those guys got wrecked because the market just did something entirely unreasonable. It was hidden from us because us Westerners, we weren't exposed to the Ponzi, but the Asian Chinese community was. So now that that is out of play, good luck figuring out when the next Chinese Ponzi is going to kick in. I'm not going to get the heads up. I don't speak Chinese. Kind of sucks to be a speculator in a market when the price is controlled by something outside of your visibility. It's not great. What I do know, though, is that when Tether goes down, Bitcoin goes up. Why? I don't understand what is wrong. I'm going to be a little bit mean to you guys. I want to be happy, right? I think the price is going to go up. I want to be happy, but I'm going to be a little bit mean to you guys. Somehow, everyone in crypto fell in love with fake crypto. I don't know how they did it. I don't know why they did it. I don't know whether they got whole giant bags of fake crypto that relies on some counterparty to pay them back the opposite of what crypto was designed for, the exact opposite, okay? If you have $100 of Tether, okay? Now, I think the Bitfinex executives have done a lot of really cool stuff. I think that they've built some really cool stuff. I think that their technicians are really great. You know, I have good things to say about FinX as a company, as an exchange, right? I have bad things to say about the concept of stablecoins. So I'm gonna say what's good about stablecoins. I'm gonna say what's bad about them. The good thing is that Tether trades more volume than any other thing in crypto, period, which means that people really want a coin that is stable, that is still crypto. They want it, okay? That's awesome, that's nice. I would have never predicted that, but hey, the market has spoken, they want it, okay? They want to be able to move money around without taking speculative risk. Okay, cool, I get it. I learned, right? I looked at the charts, I looked at the volume. Okay, now we call this learning, right? Something you didn't expect is reality. The issue is, while things are running and everything's going good, that's perfect. The issue is that I've been through enough exchange failures that I know centralized things tend to go down. When that happens, it's a race for the exits, right? Now, I hope that never happens, but what if it did happen? If you knew that, and I do not think this is the case, we're playing a thought experiment here to teach you idiots, you goddamn idiots, how speculation works, okay? If you thought that the bag of Tether you had right now was going to zero when this live stream ended, what would you do? You would sell it. And what would you sell it for? Whatever other crypto you possibly could. And what would that do to the crypto price? It would go up. Somehow you idiots think that Tether FUD doesn't move the price up. Were you not here when they got sued by the Attorney General and the price went down 10% on that day and then went directly to the moon for all the other days? Now I think that was all plus token, but a large portion of that could have been people trying to de-risk off of something that looked more risky than it did the day before. Now really that news came out earlier for some people than others. The date on the indictment was a day earlier than the public got news of it. So if you don't realize that FUD around something that is the trading pair with something else makes people want to sell that thing, which drives up the price of the other thing in the pair, you're retarded. And I don't understand how a tweet about that relationship could get 6 likes, because you guys are cucked, okay? There's real crypto, and it ain't got no counterparties, okay? And it's what we're all supposed to be here for. And it just makes me sick that somehow everyone's been brainwashed to think that things with counterparties are good. They're not. They will fail. And it's not because they're evil. It's not because they want to fail. It's because they have counterparties too, and their counterparties fuck them over. So the bank that they bank with will fuck them. Or the government will fuck the bank, and then the bank will fuck them, and then they will fuck you, because that is what counterparties do, okay? And that is why crypto was invented. It was invented to stop that from happening, but you guys are just too fucking stupid to get it. Now that we've got that out of the way, and I posted some nice charts showing you, look, Tether price down, everything else price up, because they're fucking trading pairs, so if you sell one, the other things go up. I hate you people. So, for you guys that aren't stupid, welcome to the show. You may not know how I do things, but I tell you the truth. And I lose followers over it, and I lose subscribers over it, and people get really butthurt, and they fucking cry, but they're cowards, and they're dumber than me. And if they think that they can come on air, on live stream, where there's no backup here, it's just you and your brain, me and my brain, right, talking, you can come do battle with me, and I'll just annihilate you. Not by talking over you, not by cutting your mic, but just by having the advantage of being right in the first place, right? The charts don't lie. If you're shorting Bitcoin under 30 RSI, you're going to get fucked in the bull market. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're going to get fucked in the bull market, and you're going to get fucked in the bear market. It's extremely dangerous to short under 30 RSI. You can only get away with that shit when you break some multi-month long horizontal consolidation, which we did, right? But we only pumped 5x, right? So people are drawing fractals of the 2018 dump, and we had a 55% drop off of the 6K, 6,500 support after nearly, 5 months of hanging out there. We did that because we pumped 100x in the bull market. We only pumped 5x in this market. We don't have to do an 85% drop of a broken parabola. We didn't pump as far. We don't have to do that, right? So we could do some type of sucky horizontal whatever and then pump. Now, I think that we're going to pump from here because I think some people are going to want to de-risk Tether a little bit, and the daily RSI is oversold as hell, and the alts have been sold into oblivion, more or less, with dominance at like 30% across all the alts, and we've got the Ethereum DevCon 5 going on right now. That's enough things in a row for me to be happy looking for a good bounce here. Does it have to be a bull market forever? No, but I think we're definitely good for a good bounce here to at least retest where we died from, mid 9,000s, low 9,000s. You can draw your own chart. So, Bitcoin good, price go up, stablecoin good until fail, and then tears, many tears from stupid people who've never lost all their money to a counterparty before. Huh? Why do you think crypto exists? Yeah, I guess I can take questions now. Well, I mean, what's other stuff I know you're going to ask? So we care about Bitcoin price. What else do we care about? My weight, so fat. I was when I was talking in Sweden, I don't know, a year ago, I was like 255 pounds. Now I'm 261 pounds, but I'm a lot stronger, but I'm still so goddamn fat. Gonna actually have to address that. Being a stress eater and launching a coin, man, it's the food looks so good. How's the coin going? It's great. Like, we passed all the audits. We wrote one fix for one thing that needed fixed. The auditors are now at DevCon 5, so they need to return and evaluate our fix, which I think is quite simple for them to do. And we didn't really need to fix the thing because the attack was so unlikely to occur. It required a bunch of computers finding a collision and a hash function, KAKAK 256, and then doing a lot of other stuff. And it's extremely, extremely long shot that anyone would care to do all of these things. But hey, we could fix it, so we did. Tried to get launched by October, but it's already October 8th, and we haven't totally cleared the audit. They have to sign off. And we have to give 2 weeks and 2 days notice for the snapshot. So yeah, I think we'll do it November, early November, middle November. Ain't no way we're hitting the end of October. Tried, but software's hard. We're so close. There's like nothing left to do. There's a little bit of wallet stuff, and that's it. Like, and we could even live without the wallet stuff. It would just be harder, right? Like, people would have to manually do things instead of it just being very, very easy. So that's where HEX is. What else? Changed the website, auto refreshes for people, wrote a whole bunch of content, basically releasing a lot of content. Yeah, like you guys are always wondering, like, well, how much are stakers going to get paid? Well, they're going to get paid like at least 2/3 of all the Bitcoin free claims, because 42% of Bitcoin is held in wallets that hold over 1,000. They're going to get annihilated with whale penalties. GOX can't claim, Plus Token can't claim, Multisig can't claim. If people don't claim with, in the first day, they lose 2% of their ability to claim every single week. Like, all those coins are getting given to stakers. That's a lot of coins. So the stakers are going to do extremely well on day 353. And I had to, to know these numbers, to know what number of coins could possibly claim, you have to look at the entire blockchain and go, okay, well, here's all the Bitcoin, and what formats are these stored in? Okay, here's your pay to public key, which nobody uses anymore, but Satoshi did. Here's your pay to public key hash. Here's your pay to witness public key hash. And here's your pay to witness public key hash wrapped in pay to script hash. And that's all we support, right? So those are the 4 address formats we support. I think it's like 76 or 85% of all the Bitcoin addresses. And then you nuke them with whale penalties. You nuke them with no multi-sig. You know, you get rid of the 200K GOX, well, 140K GOX coins now, the 96K plus token Ponzi coins. You get rid of all those. And, you know, that's all going to get given to stakers by shares at the end of the period. And if you stake earlier, you get a lower share price. Share price only goes up. Every time someone ends stake, it looks at how much profit that guy made. And if he's the highest profit ever seen, it sets that as the price. So if a guy made 140% on his stack, being a staker, and he ends his stake, then it sets, and he was the highest ever seen profit, it sets the price at his profit. So at 1.4x is the price. And then that makes it so that anybody that ever gets in and stakes will never make more by restaking. They'll, at best, if someone else didn't already move the price higher than what they did, be able to get back in after skipping a day at the same rate that they left. So there's no way to game the system. There's no way to hop in and out and try and play games and spam up the Ethereum chain to try and get more money. It doesn't work. I invented that, and I think it's pretty awesome. I've never seen that mechanic before. I've never seen like a visual kind of like oracle that's like watching who did the best and then making sure that he can't do better by screwing the system. It's pretty neat. I should come up with a fancy brandable slogan name for it, like I've done for all the other cool game theory in this thing. I mean, longer pays better is, I guess, the core one, but that metric of how we make sure that longer always pays better would be, I guess, cool to have a cool name for it. So I'm going to take your questions now, I guess. Like, what else is there? We have a cool 3D printed coin that somebody made, which is awesome, but no one noticed it was misspelled. So we go on the website right now. Now the 3D printed one, the guy that did the CNC programming for it, he spelled interest properly. But in our 3D one that's still on the site now, because I haven't uploaded the new one, because I'm busy doing a lot of other stuff, it says interest with 2 ERs, like interest. And nobody noticed. One guy on Twitter noticed, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. So we made, you know, he redid everything. It sucks because he had all these movies of it spinning with illumination and all this 3D stuff that you have to, if you redo the base, you have to redo everything that comes after it. So I've got to upload all that stuff. It's hilarious. I made a Bitcoin versus HEX comparison thing that's hidden on the website to try and hold the Bitcoin price up. I want the Bitcoin price to be high. You know, the rising tide raises all ships. So I kind of hide it. So if you go in tech specs and you like look at the bottom of the first big paragraph, then there's like one link that's like Bitcoin and HEX comparison. So when maximalists come and talk shit, I'm just like, okay, there you go. Here's my maximalist video, and then there's that link, and then now shut up. I was a maximalist before you. I did it better than you. I learned. Now you can learn. What else? I think it's all on the site. I've been upgrading the graphics and just tons of upgrades on the site. Eventually we'll mail the list, right? This is hilarious. The list has like never been mailed. There's 15,000 people on there. 15,000 people that have just never been mailed. We're building it. I mean, we could keep telling you about it, but you want it to be built, right? All right, let's go to chat questions. Boy, this is going to be rare. I never look at your guys' questions because half of you, let's be serious, more than half of you are retarded. But I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it from the beginning, the top, the guys that were here first, because we reward early adopters. And this is weird because it's not really showing me the real beginning, because I remember the real guys that were here first, and I can't scroll up to you. So I'm sorry, guys. First comment I actually see here is black HEX t-shirt. I mean, actually, what I really see is, how are you doing, Rich? And let's get some T-hots in here. I've never said that out loud. Maybe it's thoughts. I know it's short for that hoe over there, but yeah, these comments. Let's go down the list here. Is HEX up and running? Real close. It's up and running on our own private test nets, but it's not on a public one yet. We could launch it right now if we wanted to, but why? Like, let's do it right. There's no rush. We've taken long enough. Let's just take a tiny little bit longer to do it perfectly. Sup, baby? How are you today? I'm doing great. You said that last time and it went down. Don't listen to YouTubers about crypto guys. Okay? I don't give a shit if you make money on my advice or not. If you do, good for you. You're responsible for your own trades. If you don't like my free, vastly superior knowledge to yours, fuck off. Like, I don't care. As soon as HEX launches, you're not going to be hearing me talk about the prices much because I think a lot of you guys get wrecked. I think even if I give you good advice, you still fuck it up and lose money anyway. So better that you do the trustless interest thing with no counterparty risk than getting wrecked. So you're going to see me transition from talking about Bitcoin price and other prices. I'm going to talk a lot less about those for everyone's good and talk a lot more about HEX is my guess. 8-hour stream, let's go. I don't know. I don't feel like doing an 8-hour stream. I do have my hair cut, but it's still hot in here. I'm sweating. Where have I been? Gaining weight. Which is funny. This guy's screen name is Wealth Gainers, and my screen name should be Weight Gainer. Yeah, just sitting. I wake up, I walk to my workstation, and I work. And I just keep making commits to the site every day. Commit, improve things, make things better, fix margins, I am the front end dev. Now, you say, Richard, why are you the front end dev? Because I'm tired of explaining shit to people and I can just do it myself. And since I want it to be maximally secure anyway, the less people that have access to it, the more secure it is. So I'm happy. Come on, headphone, you're killing me. Stupid headphone. The less people that have access to a thing, the less attack surface area there is. If I'm the one that's committing the code, I don't have to worry about other people screwing it up or backdooring it or any other crap. So I'm happy to be that guy right now. At some point, you know, there will be a lot of other front ends, and then those people can have those problems. I do an alright job at it. Go look at the site. It looks good. 8-hour stream. Let's go. Did that. The man. I'll buy a HEX t-shirt. We have a whole HEX t-shirt store built out that has these shirts and these mugs and bikinis and loafers and just every bean bags, every crazy thing you can think of. But I don't want to turn it on yet. I wanted to wait till I got the shirts. Okay, I got the shirts. That's cool. But I also don't want to field all your damn where's my shirt phone calls. So I'm delaying that because the biggest problem with retail, I used to own a retail business. The biggest problem with retail is the shipping. You take the guy's money, you create the stuff, you put it in the mail. There's nothing else you can do. In come the complaints. Where's my stuff? Because mail sucks, right? So I'm not really in a rush to start having those problems because I've got other stuff to do. Like I would like to call exchanges now. Like we're just done with audit. Like there's nothing else interesting going to come out of the audit. It's nothing. Like they're basically done. We're just waiting them to make them pretty and check this one last thing that we did. I got a lot of phone calls I like to make. I got whales that I want to call to onboard. I got exchanges that I want to call to onboard. I got website, like different versions of this website to make to attack different demographics. Oh, okay, you like the security angle? Well, here's why it's secure. Oh, you like the green angle? You don't like paying miners to pollute, right? Miners get paid to dump the price to pollute. Hex stakers get paid to hold the price up and not pollute. Okay, well, you like the green angle? Cool, we got a green angle one, we got a security one, we got a freedom one, we got, right, like I need to attack every one of those verticals. I came up with another neat idea, which I haven't done yet, but I'm going to do. People aren't using their ref links as much as they could. And I think it's because some people just don't have ref links, right? Because they don't have MetaMask installed and they don't know how to copy paste their Ethereum address and all that crap. So why don't I just make everyone their own Ethereum address, send it to them as a ref link and say, here's your ref link. Right? And then just send them their private key along with it. Now, is that secure? Hell no. No. Like 100% not secure. However, as long as they sweep the funds before the evil system admin does, or the NSA does, or the EU retention directive does, or whatever crap is going on in their email box, having the chance to make money on a referral is better than not having any chance at all because one, you're not referring, or two, you're referring without a link. It seems like a pretty good idea. And I've never seen anyone do it before. So, but I'm not like, I don't even really receive email. So if people were doing it, I probably wouldn't know about it. So like, yeah, I'm not on I don't get any spam because I don't give out an email address. I do it the absolute bare minimum possible. And I usually use a new account for each one. I thought it was a neat idea. I'd like to do that. I don't really see the downside to it other than, yeah, some evil system admin people could do crap. But if you wanted to avoid that, it's going to say in there, like you should make your own link. But if you really can't be asked to do it, well, here you go. Here's one. So someone was nice enough to show me the BIP39 generation for the HD wallet for blah, 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 blah command line tool that allow me to make a whole mass of Ethereum address and private key pairs that I can then put in an Excel sheet next to the email address and send them all out to everybody. Futures. That's not even a question, bro. I guess we could talk about them. BAKKT. What a piece of shit. I told everyone it would be a piece of shit. I said it would be a sell the news event, just like CME was. I said that when new businesses come on board, they don't have customers. They're not going to have volume, which means they can't move the price, which means the only thing that you can do is sell the shit if you thought it was a good thing to be happening in the first place. So it came true. We dumped on BAKKT. They do 10 coins a day volume, maybe 50, maybe 5. It's terrible, horrible garbage. They're valued at like $200 million, $150 million or something like that. Okay, I guess you guys like giving money away. I guess you like giving money away. I don't get it. It's an exchange. You give them money, they give you Bitcoin. It's an exchange. Oh, it's an exchange with a delay. It's a future. We got exchanges, a lot of them. I don't see why anyone would ever use that. As a matter of fact, a lot of crypto likes to bank offshore and deal with offshore entities, so they don't get those Coinbase 1099s or whatever. So what I don't, there's a reason no one's using BAKKT. A lot of people are using CME. So maybe I have to back off some of the language I just used there, because CME does do a good amount of volume and it does have all those traits that I just explained. So yeah, CME does volume. I don't know. I'll stop making fun of BAKKT when they stop sucking. They're not the first platform to deliver physical Bitcoin that has sucked. LedgerX also doesn't do any volume, and they have basically the same product. So yeah. 12-hour stream, somebody says. Damn, these guys are moving it up like the Bitcoin price. There's no new retail money. Oh, really? Really? Well, then why did the price go from 3K to 14K in 4 months? Dumbass. Idiot. This guy's name was Thai City 87. Idiot. Wow, boss, that's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Scrolling down here. If you don't like this delays and scrolling down stuff, this is what reading chat questions looks like. Hey, Rich, good to see you. Nice polo. Thanks. It's actually too big for me, as funny as that is. Who knew that they made clothes so large? Omar the tent maker. Great to see live stream. I hope so. I mean, I give you good price calls, give you good tech info. I teach you stuff you didn't know. I'm not cross-eyed, usually. So, hey, I guess in crypto, this is like as good as it gets. I have this beautiful candelabra. Let's see what we got here. Let's hear some really crazy shit. I watched a Joe Rogan episode on UFOs today. I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty damn neat. So he's got 2 of them recently. One was about 4 months ago with, can't remember his name. And the other one was, I don't know, maybe like a few days ago. Also can't remember the guy's name. They're both very good. It's fun to hear about how weapons targeting systems really work on fighters and the options that you have, like what you can scroll through, right? And, you know, it's neat. I like the technology stuff. Just hearing about fighter jets trying to lock onto things is enough to get me hooked. Aliens or not. Somebody asks, DAI versus PAX versus TUSD versus USDT versus USDC analysis, please. That's a bunch of stable coins. Most of them have dog shit liquidity. The only one that does have liquidity is USDT. It also probably has amongst the highest counterparty risk there. So you have to choose. Do you want slippage? Or are you so small a trader you're not going to get slippage anyway? You'll get executed at a decent price. You know, if I was forced to use a stable coin, I would use the one that had the least counterparty risk, personally. I don't use them. So I'd rather go to Richardheart.win. That's Richardheart.win. And short my stack 1x. And then I don't have a stable coin. And my counterparty is the exchange. I like it better. And by the way, get off Shitmex, please. Go anywhere else. Well, not anywhere else, but Richardheart.win is a great spot. There's also a link to another place. If you go to t.me/Richard's calls, there's another 10% discount place I link to that's good, that has options. Shitmex is the worst. It doesn't work. When you need it to work, it doesn't work. And they shut down people's accounts that have never accessed it before on a US IP. They just go through the foreign IPs and ask people for AML KYC. And if you didn't get the email, they shut down your account, take your money within, I don't know, 14 days, 7 days. I can't remember. It's bad. It's not good. So stop, leave, get off. A lot of other good places. When moon? Well, let's go to the moon now. We've got Tether FUD. We pumped hard in the last Tether FUD. Let's go now. We've got, you know, we dumped hard off of, we can pump here. It's good. And XRP led the pump anyway. Like, even XRP is going up. So why not here? Looks like a good spot to pump for me. Dan Emmons, who's a perma bear in my chat rooms and an admin, says Tether fails equals initial spike, race to BTC, followed by race to fiat exits. Nah, not really. So we've had this stuff before, right? We had a fake Willy bot from Mt. Gox using people's, just buying up the crypto price to reduce, like, if something fails, if an exchange is failing and they won't give you your money, but they will give you your Bitcoin, you'll pay whatever price for the Bitcoin that you possibly can to get your money out. And that doesn't matter whether the Bitcoin price is doubled or quadrupled or not, because your options are get your Bitcoin out at whatever price of screwage you can, or to get nothing if you ask for the fiat. And that's where Mt. Gox was. So there was a bot called the Willy bot that kept raising the price of Bitcoin by buying up all the Bitcoin with fake money. It didn't actually need to have any money to buy it up. And so the price kept going up. And then it was discovered, oh, this thing's all bankrupt. Like, it's done. So if you have things that are failing, people want to get out. And if one half of your trading pair fails, the other one amplifies until there's no value left in the other thing anymore, because that's the only way people can exit. Now, that's actually, if you really wanted to exit Tether, you apparently can send it to some counterparty and they'll actually send you money. Apparently that works, right? If it didn't, we would hear a lot of complaints about it. But it's slower, right? And if there's problems, you're going to lose your bank account before you lose your crypto account, if you're a centralized entity. So I don't remember what the question here was. Oh yeah, Dan's question. So this race for the fiat exits, here's why that's not accurate. If the stablecoin was important for onboarding new money, then mid and long term, it would suck. If, however, there are other competing on-ramps that serve that money just fine, then the money just goes to those on-ramps. Doesn't make any difference at all. And it could be the case that this stuff wasn't really necessary as an on-ramp anyway. So you could have a Tether failure or stablecoin failure. I don't want to pick on Tether, even though if you're going to pick on a stable coin, I guess you could pick on that one. If they failed, then everything they were traded against would rise. And if they were important for onboarding new money, it would hurt the market mid and long term. If they weren't important for onboarding new money, it wouldn't hurt the market mid and long term. However, you would have the leftover oscillation from over pumping to get out and a natural dumping, right? So like if you take a rubber band and you stretch it a little, you only have to pull, it only comes back a little. But if you take a rubber band and you stretch it a lot, it's going to come back a lot. And price is kind of elastic in the same way, and that if you over pull something from some market event, like, oh, BAKKT is going to launch, although let's pull out a little bit for it and then let's dump harder because of that, right? Because it's not followed up with any natural buying. So I don't think that we're short for on-ramps, and I don't think that stablecoins actually help on-ramp people. I'm willing to be taught on it. If someone wants to educate me on how a stablecoin helps on-ramp people, it might help on-ramp people to the stablecoin, which is locked at $1. So what do I give a shit? I'm not making any money on that. I don't care about on-ramping people to a stablecoin. I'm not getting me paid, right? I care about on-ramping people to real crypto, right? That I got bags of. Okay, let's talk about that. I like that, right? So that kind of onboarding I care about. Making the counterparty rich by getting interest on their bank account with huge counterparty risk is not what I care about. So I disagree with Dan. I disagree. Dan's a perma bear. I'm not a perma bear. He's a good admin. So it's just fun constantly shaming the bulls. The bulls will have their day. Crypto tends to go up. Good crypto, bad crypto, it tends to go up. And they're just, you can't survive in crypto long as a bear. You just die eventually. You catch one bad trade and you're nuked. It's just too easy to get wiped out as a bear. All right. Tether's main advantage is borderless. How is it more borderless than any other crypto? Shut the fuck up. I mean, I guess what? Tether's main advantage is USD? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. But you need to kind of specify what you're comparing it to. That plus its stable price makes it better than real crypto, despite its counterparty risk. Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, yo, it's all fun and games until the music stops playing and you have to grab a chair, right? And there's not enough chairs for everybody. It's all fun and games until you get so much money seized that you can't make up for it, right? So if you don't know the history of exchanges getting shut down and hacked and having bad things happen to them, you're stupid. Like Quadriga CX, all the money got taken. Cryptopia, all the money got taken. Mt. Gox, nearly all the money got taken. Who else? Cryptsy, all the money got taken. Some other new exchange, like Bixi or Boxy or something, they got all their money taken. Some fortunate people are going to be mad that I said Boxy there. You guys probably don't know that meme. Yeah, you're going to lose all your money if you leave it in a bad exchange. And you might lose half of it if you leave it on a good exchange. Like, it's not, if you use Richardheart.win to hedge your stack, you don't have to send all your money there. You can use leverage, right? And as long as you never get liquidated, you're good. So you can send a third of your money there, or half of your money there, and then you can hedge your whole stack's value with a smaller part of your stack. And as long as you watch it every once in a while, make sure your liquidation's never close, barring some type of weird psychotic doubling of the price before you look at it, you should be fine leaving half your stack there to defend your whole stack's fiat value, right? You can't do that with a stable coin. You have to invest your entire stack to defend it. And you can't, like, there is a nice advantage to being able to use leverage to reduce your counterparty risk, to hedge your stack, or to trade. Am I really going to ask these questions? When Lambos and big titty bitches? Well, I am a big titty bitch, so we've got half of that already, I guess. I'm afraid to buy some, says somebody. Well, that's good. That makes me feel better about my position. The fact that you haven't bought yet means that when you do, the price gets to go up. If I bought after you, I'd feel worse about my position because you could sell. But now you can't sell because you didn't buy yet. So you can't hurt the price. You can only help it. I like to hear that you don't like, you're afraid. That's good for me. But you're probably so broke it doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, I'm so broke it doesn't matter. There's a lot of liquidity in the Bitcoin market. If you think you're a whale, a larger whale will come fuck you up. The Plus token Ponzi owns 1% of all Bitcoin. That's a fucking whale, right? That's big time. He's got 10% of what Satoshi's got. You guys is cucks, says a cuck. I changed my BTC for Link. You're stupid. But actually you're not to this week, right? I think the price pumped pretty hard. I don't like that project, but a lot of people do. The power of memes. They got a lot of memers. HEX going to change finance. Yep. First certificate of deposit on the blockchain. First, I don't know, referral program that I've seen for a new token. A lot of firsts, like first chart of expiring stakes over time. I think we're the first token that you can claim with BAKKT. Yeah, I'd have to go through the list of all the first, but going up faster and harder than anything else ever would be the first that I care about most, which is what it's designed to do. Thanks for your extremely intelligent honesty, boss, says Anderson Flanoy. Thank you, sir. You're that shining 50%. I like it. Good on you. Nice brass knuckles, Richard. Meh. Yeah, if you hit people properly, you're not even really ever catching these. You're really hitting with these knuckles. But when you're in a real fight, hitting people properly is roughly impossible. So after a fight, you usually do see some kind of blood on them. I don't do that very often. Extremely rarely. I love when you cuss. Well, you came to the right place. I feel worse about it. I'm feeling bad about cussing for some reason. I'm trying to be a good boy recently. BTC will be worth a lot in USDT, but at the end of the day, that only matters is it's worth in USD. Yeah. That's why people would exit the one for the other. If there was no reason to exit it, there would be no price pressure. I don't understand the utility of this guy's comment. I mean, I guess you could extrapolate that USDT price should include some type of risk premium reduction, premium discount, risk premium discount. Okay. I made your comment better for you, buddy, if you meant that. BTC gold, what is the denominator for gold? Dumb question. Everything's priced in everything, dude. Everything's priced in everything. That's what money does. It lets you price. I'm not even going to answer that shit. It's price. I'm not even going to answer it. I really want to, but I'm not. Earth Meat Richard. Richard has met a lot of meat and eaten it, and now he is a large piece of meat, a larger. People love getting scammed by FOMO tubers. Bitch, do you know how rarely I stream? If I wanted you to FOMO, I don't know, maybe I'd stream more than once every couple months. Jag off. I could also like log into an account and like show you how to press buy, which I've never done, right? Jerk off. We'll do that just to shill this guy. Well, I guess I will do that for HEX. Yeah. HEX, you can, I'll be a FOMO tuber for HEX. There's a death cross coming in a week on the daily chart. How about that? Is there? I don't know about that. I would have to look. I haven't seen that on my radar. Death cross just means 50 daily over the 200 daily. Richardheart equals the Eminem of crypto. Eminem's fucked up. He's a good rapper, but his family life's all fucked up. I actually just watched Scary Movie 3 last night, and they were making fun of 8 Mile in there. I love that movie. That movie's hilarious. And Oh man, I'm gonna spoil it for you guys because I didn't spoil Joker for you. I am going to spoil this for you. This multi-decade-year-old movie. I don't know, maybe it's what, 20 years old now. You got to look for the scene where the guy says, "I'm gonna need a ride home." Oh my god, it's the best. It's the absolute best. And then the scene after that where he's like, "Go with God," absolute best. It kills me. All right, I guess I won't really spoil it for you. I love you, Richard. Just do your shit and all is fine. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Man, I love Richard. Thanks, bro. Same dude with the good comment from earlier. Mr. Anderson Flonoy. Bitcoin and Hex to the moon. Need them gains. Yep, agree. Richard talks some experience being fucked. Yeah. If I didn't get fucked, I sure knew people that did. Heart will destroy you. If I keep eating like this, my heart will destroy me. Looking at USDT compared to other stablecoins during a crash, and you'll see how stupid you are. What? I'm stupider for having read that. This shit ain't going up. We won't see 10K for another year or so. I really don't care. I said we're going to go up to like mid 900 or mid 9,000s to low 9,000s. Seems like a nice play to me. I really don't give a fuck if we go to 10K. It'd be nice, but I don't require that for my current investment thesis. Basically, if we went to 10K, we will have broken that triangle that we're kind of doing a 2018 fractal off of now, unfortunately. It's pretty close to where we're at, so it might be 9,700. I don't have a chart sitting in front of me. Richard, if you date my mom, I'm not calling you dad, even if there's a fire. Send pics. With timestamp. Face watch you, bro. What? Face watch you, bro. You the fucking legend. You are a prophet. I'm going to click show on that one. Because it hides some of these, right? And that they just can't, people can't see them. But I can allow them to be revealed. So I'm going to let some of these comments go through, which some of these good comments are just blocked by the YouTube kind of like bullshit detector bot. So I'm going through and manually allowing your curse words in. I'm back down to where we were. Someone wrote moon with like 20 O's. Be happy he is not taking questions now. The death cross thing is the latest hype train everybody jumps on. All right, fuck you guys. I'm going to go look. Let's go look and see this death cross. Now, since this is my dedicated streaming computer, I got to add the indicator. I guess I'll do it the hard way. Got to add 2 moving averages and change the settings myself because I don't feel like finding the one that just works. Yeah, I don't know about your death cross prediction there, man. So right now the 50 MA on the daily is at 95.94. Let's call it 9,600. And the 200 day is at 8,600. So we got about $1,000 to make up there, and the trajectory on this slower moving average, the 200. Yeah, there's some math you could use to try and figure out when these are going to cross, but just eyeballing it, it feels like, well, no, this guy's 10-day estimate might be all right. We might have a death cross at the 5200, but we might have a death cross in 10 days. That guy's chat thing might be accurate here. 10 days looks about reasonable for this. Here's the thing with death crosses, right? It matters where the price is in relationship to the cross. Right now, the price is basically on top of the 200, pushing up against it. If it crosses here, it doesn't really need to dump. It's not. It's if you go back and look at the history of crosses, which I have done numerous times on my calls channel, t.me/Richard's calls. They're not the most reliable thing. It's not free money. I mean, I would take a flat top triangle breakout on the daily, like we had at 4K when I told everyone to close their shorts. I would take that trade set up over a death cross with the price directly on top of the cross. Just not very tradable, in my opinion. Maybe longer term tradable, maybe. But, you know, I care. I almost, with HEX coming out, it's just so much better that it's hard for me to care about margin trading as much as I used to. Let's go back to the list. All right, somebody goes chat hey, that wasn't that retarded. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the comment. I wasn't watching the 5200 DMA. The RSI is not oversold, since somebody. Back to the goddamn chart. Let's go take a look at the RSI. So 30 is oversold, and right now the RSI is 35. So that shit's oversold, bro. And not only is it oversold, but it's curled up, right? So it went all the way down to 19.93 on the 26th, which was what, 2 weeks ago? So 2 weeks ago, it was all the way down at 20, and now it's going back up and curling back up. And what do you want? Go look back at the chart. I posted this on Richard's calls. Go back and look at the chart at RSIs that were at 30, and even in the bear market, your ass got destroyed selling them. They pumped. That's just what happened. Now, does the future have to look like the past? No. But it sure rhymes, right? So if you short 30 RSI on the daily, you got to be retarded. It just, look at the chart. It's a very stupid trade. If you want to hedge your stack and just be in synthetic fiat by taking the value of your stack and shorting that number of contracts on Richardheart.win, feel free. You don't have fiat risk. You just have counterparty risk, right? But if you net short a 120-day dip, 45% down, 30 RSI, you deserve to get your face ripped off on the pump. And you could dump later. Like, sure, we could go do a double bottom. It's in the game, right? Like, the parabola broke. We could go do some crazy shit, but not with no bounces. Like, that don't happen, right? That happened once in 2018 due to some very weird horizontal hold there. We haven't had like a weird horizontal hold here to build up that pressure to get that extra dump. Because people, here's what happens. The longer you sit horizontal, people stop orders, stack where they think they're wrong. And the longer you stay horizontal, the more of those orders are stacked up. And then when one breaks, then it capitulates so much farther and so much harder because there's so many more stops there because they built up for such a longer period of time. So you're not going to get the same over capitulation unless you had the same period of consolidation. And you just don't. So I don't see overperformance to the downside at this point, particularly with Tether FUD when you can pump on people wanting to get out of Tether. Some other shit matters, like apparently S&P 500 is down 1% today. That has appeared to matter recently. But truthfully, the only thing that really mattered in the last 6 months was plus token Ponzi. That's the only thing that really mattered, and everything else is a bunch of talk bullshit. If people need to get a Tether, there's $4 billion of that. That's a lot, right? So let's go back to chat questions. What are your targets at the end of 2019? I don't know. Let's see what happens when we hit that resistance at 9,500. Let's see how that gets treated, right? The breakdown resistance. You know, is the support going to turn to resistance? Have we gotten rid of all the plus token people? If that guy never sells, like if he always has 96K coins, he never sells them anyway. What's better, not worse, right? Whoever he bought those coins from might have been able to sell them. But if he just gets arrested and goes to Chinese jail and gets executed and they sit in multi-sig forever, that's good for the Bitcoin price, not bad for it. So that plus token Ponzi pumped the price and will not actually dump it unless the guy sells the coins, except for, like I showed you, that rubber band. We overperformed to the upside and then the on-ramp disappeared. So it's not that the on-ramp disappeared, but the thing that was getting people to use the on-ramp, which I believe was just all Huobi in China, or at least half of it. By the way, the guy that called out that death cross was a Silver Lily 3. Thanks for the heads up, bro. Great looking polo. Thank you. Fucking love you, man. Thank you. You cannot call Richard dad. Fatty at most. No thank you for that. Long or short, that is a question. Long. That goatee. You don't like it? Do you want to see my chin or something? Looks fine. Hex to the moon. Yes. Richard's inspired. Yeah. Why am I so awesome? I don't know. Luck. Luck, I guess. I think because my dad was talkative and nice, and I grew up working with people and all kinds of different people, and I just worked from a really young age. And when you have socialness in your brain from your dad, and you worked with everyone that you can imagine, from crackheads to criminals to nice people to preachers to whatever. Like when you grow up in South Florida, man, you're going to meet everybody, you know? If you're in a service industry in South Florida, you are going to meet every possible type of human being you can imagine. So maybe that's why it turned out okay. Just guessing. Someone wants to buy some shit coins. Not really. I mean, I guess someone does, but I don't really want to. Does anyone really want to? When is HEX launching? Early November, my guess. There's really, like, there's almost nothing left that we can do. Like, it's good. Will you put a video on what exactly to do? Yeah, I will. Good to see you. Richard needs the Dan plan. Ah, yes. So Dan, the perma bear, also has amazing fitness. He eats one steak with a pat of butter on it a day, does a lot of cardio, and drinks black coffee. And he's, you know, can ride the bike forever. So yes, if I were a stronger man, and I've got an exercise bike station that I built with, you know, the best speakers and the best monitor and the best keyboard and the best everything. And I could just walk over to there and sit in it and move my feet and pedal. But I got productive in my recliner setup. I have like the same thing, but in a recliner version that's comfort based. And I just got used to performing in that, and I don't want to screw up the performance. I'm willing to take no risks. I'm willing to sacrifice some health at this point to be more productive to get HEX out. I'm still lifting weights every day. I guess sometimes it'll be every other day. I'm never missed more than 2 days. Real strong, all-time high, you know, weightlifting ability. But God, need to drop some weight. Yeah, the Dan plan would be fabulous. You can't really healthily, more effectively lose weight than that. Go back to your old school long hair. Yeah, fuck that. I hate it when it's on my ears. It's just, short hair is so much more performance oriented. You never have to deal with it. It just works, right? You don't have to comb it. You don't have to put a hair tie on it. Your ears aren't going to get hot. You can hear better on it. Like, it's, I kind of like short hair. On down the way here. Eat less, genius. I don't eat geniuses. Keto is right. That's basically what I just described Dan is doing. Should have started food coin instead. Why would I want to eat my own supply, bro? Q&A yourself. Yeah, I could do that. What do you think about privacy coins? Monero works good. And XMR Playboy writes this. So let me pump your bags for you, bro. XMR works good. Or works well, if you like the adverb. What do you think about privacy coins these days, and will you ever implement privacy features for HEX? There is already a contract written that does ZK snarks called Zethr for ERC20 tokens. However, it takes so much gas that it uses all the gas of a block, which is prohibitive. So I could actually make a side chain that uses Zethr to just handle HEX transactions, I guess, if I wanted to. One day, bro. A lot of cool shit that can happen because we've chosen the right ecosystem. Good point. Thanks for bringing up the question. That was a very intelligent question from Mr. XMR Playboy. Your finger gains. I can type pretty quick. Used to be about 116 words a minute. Probably like 110 now. I don't know why my speed dropped, but it did. Unfortunately. Somebody lost 20 kilograms in 8 weeks. Congrats. Cut the carbs out, bro. It's the simplest solution. Yeah, but the carbs taste good, right? So like, the problem is when you're a comfort eater, you want shit that tastes good. So I eat a lot of protein, and then I also eat a lot of other shit that tastes good on top of it, unfortunately. HEX is like nuclear fusion, always almost ready. Bitch, read the code. Like, read the code. Like, if you want on the GitLab, we don't use GitHub, we use GitLab, you can be added to the repository and look at the timestamps and see that there's nothing left to do and see when the stuff was done. There's nothing left to do. Like, the auditors can sign off on the final version of the code and we can publish the audits, and then we finish 1 or 2 screens on the wallet and we're good. Like, ain't nothing else to do. Going down the list here. I guess these guys, a couple of them asked their questions more than once. Try giving up smoking. I'm going to die of obesity instead of lung cancer now. I don't know, man. Like, nature pours a vacuum. You do have to create a window to interrupt the old pattern, to introduce a new pattern, and then reward it and reinforce it until it sticks, becomes a habit, and then it's easy. If you don't do those things, you can replace a bad habit with another bad habit, right? So, I don't drink. I haven't drank for more than a year, I think. I don't drink coffee. I haven't drank coffee in more than a year. Why don't you drink coffee? Because I would drink too much coffee and I would have existential dread, and it would just always feel like I'm never getting enough done. I don't like that damn feeling, because then that drives you into diversion, and then you're browsing Twitter instead of being productive, right? So for me, no coffee is superior. If you have a good relationship with coffee, congratulations, you live a little bit longer based on the reduced calorie consumption due to appetite reduction. Congratulations, I'm glad that you have a good relationship with it. It was harder for me to have a good relationship with it, so I cut it out, and it's worked wonderfully. How much sleep do you get on average? Lately, it's about 7 hours for some reason. It used to be 8, now it's 7. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Usually my schedule would rotate later and later. Now I'm like waking up the same time all the time too. I don't know if it's because I'm working harder during the day. It's a great question. Are you going to have a test claim tool? I think it's a great idea, and I have plans to make one. Hopefully we get to have one. Bitcoin's at 8,200, but no moon right now. What's the rush, bro? Like, we'll get there. Like, if you're a holder, the price already dropped 85%. What is it going to get worse? No, but how much worse could it get? Like 85% is more than enough. If you're a trader, we're good for a bounce here. Could we capitulate more? Sure. Is it probable? I don't think so. I've given you the reasons why. My calls are pretty good. It was funny. I brag about the 20K Christmas, but for some reason I didn't brag that I actually called the top at 18 or 19K there and said to short it. My position was that I would, turn off the longs and just hold spot. But then I also said, hey, you could get paid to short, right? Here's the fees and stuff. So I called that shit at 18 or 19K. I should have bragged about that more. But someone talked shit and they're like, you were bullish at 20K. And I'm like, that doesn't ring a bell. Look that up. And I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, not bullish at all. Full of shit. So it was 1 or 2 days after the absolute top. The absolute top was like just short of 20K depending on what exchange you're on. If you're on Shitmex, it was 20. And then, I tweeted on the day, like I didn't look up the hours, the timestamps. That day ranged from like 18.3 to, no, what the hell was it? Like 19.3 to 18.3 or something like that was the range. So I posted the chart on my calls channel and on Twitter to brag about it, which people don't like. But you know what? If I have to hear shit like, I held 20K because you were so bullish. No, bitch, I wasn't. Like I tweeted this publicly. And I try to not tweet bearishly now because you faggots unfollow so much. You're like, bearish? No, good price advice. I can't handle it. I got to click unfollow. So now I'm purposely not bearish on Twitter because I'm sick of the unfollows. Like I hook you up with good knowledge and then you unfollow my ass. Like, well, fuck it. You can say stupid and I'll just keep the follower then. And then I tell people, look, if you want to know what's really going on and includes the bearish version, got to go on Telegram because I'm sick of losing followers every time I fucking tweet truth to people, right? You tell people the truth, right? Oh, you talk about Tether, lose followers. You talk about Plus token, lose followers. Fuck you people. So disgusting. Like you're going to put your head in the sand, right? Like I speak truth to you and you're like, oh, truth. Boop, put my head in the sand. Hope you get wrecked for that shit. Truth should be rewarded, not punished. Best investment, gold or Bitcoin? I don't know. Gold's already up like 30% on the year. Bitcoin's daily RSI is down at 35 right now. I'm going to take the Bitcoin. Well, how much upside do you think there is in gold? You think gold's going to go from a $9 trillion market to a $90 trillion market? You're going to get a 10x? You ain't getting no fucking 10x on gold. Ain't happening. I want X's. I want multiples. Gold ain't giving it. Can you send me a HEX mug? You could get one from the store when I click turn on, but until then, no. You've got a shit ton of shilling to do. Don't say there's nothing to do, bro. Yeah, like there's nothing to do. There's not much to do technically, but as far as all the shilling goes, yes, there has to be done a lot of shilling. Correct, sir. Keep doing. I'm just gonna say yes to this DAI versus PAX versus TUSD guy because I already addressed the question, but for some reason I forgot to click like show on it. Guess I'm not used to reading your guys' comments anymore. Richard is timing it for the bottom coming in November. I'm not timing shit. If you have something that goes up exponentially, then launching it earlier gets you on that exponential hockey stick earlier, right? So if your thing is going up vertically on these days here, delaying that day cost you that vertical amount. It cost you like nearly infinite. So like you really want to go as early as you can. You don't want to fuck around and wait for some. Waiting sucks. Like there's no advantage to waiting. Best investment is shorting BTC. It's going to zero. That's still not the best investment. If you short Bitcoin at 10,000 and it goes to zero and you did one coin worth, you made $10,000. If you longed $10,000 when it was 3K and it went to 14K, you made 40 grand. So did you want to make 40 or 10 for the same amount of dollar risk? longing beats the fuck out of shorting, because you can only make 1x, 100%, double your money, turn 10K into 20K, shorten from 10K down to 0. That's all you could make. Can't make more. Oh, but I could take leverage. Yeah, you could. And whatever leverage you took would have been multiplied that much more long instead of short. So you can only get a base 1x shorting to 0, which it ain't going to. But on the long side, you could get multiples of that base. And then the margin would multiply those multiples. So I've done this math on Twitter. And if you shorted $100,000 Bitcoin down to 0, one coin, you made 100 grand. But if you bought at, say, $1, not even 0, let's say you bought at $1 and you put in the same 100 grand and you held it till it went to 100 grand, your profit will be 100,000 times 100,000. It's 100,000 times better. That's just the math. So now, like, yeah, you got to subtract out the 1,000. It's really like 999,000 times better or some shit like that. But it is fucking a lot better, which is why everyone in the market that's ever made money did it being long. And then everyone that's ever tried to go short gets the shit wrecked out of them. Ask the guy that tried to short a Ponzi or a pyramid, not a Ponzi, a pyramid, the Herbalife guy. He tried to short that pyramid and he got his ass wrecked. Can't even short a pyramid and make money. So no, mathematically, shorting sucks. Do it to protect your stack, but if you short crypto religiously, you're going to be fucking annihilated. It just goes up too often. Can you imagine being short from 3K to 14K? Someone was. Closed a big ass short up at the top there. Hit the claim button. That guy lost a lot of money. I mean, I guess he had the coins. So in theory, maybe he didn't lose. But yeah, he lost a lot of fucking money. Let's be serious. That guy lost a lot of money. Hex bonus for weight loss. That'd be cool. Yeah, I like that. Can't do it because we need an oracle. We can't trustlessly measure weight, but it's a good idea. Supply and demand is simple. My trading view charts are 10 months out, and finally hitting take profit. We are only half through. Cool. Someone made money trading something. Congrats. Anyone watching Bitcoin and Friends? I did an interview with those guys. I hope they release it. It's the animated Bitcoin guy, right? Dude, how long have you been working on Hex? A long time. Close. It is. If your coin is so good, why are you willing to trade Bitcoin and ETH for it? I am. What? Your question's stupid. Maybe I forgot. What? Moon boys get wrecked like a bitch. I smack your faces. Oh, yes, crypto. I look forward to English as a second language crypto finding my channel so that we can have more poorly worded comments, which are funny. Wow, bags and bags full of nothing. Crypto Kirby said, we are going to the crypto abyss. Who? What? Huh? What wallet would be best? Well, Bitcoin Core is pretty good, but it can't sign BAKKT addresses for some reason, so you can't use it to claim those. I think Electrum's pretty great. Electrum.org. Do not download a fake one. Go to electrum.org and download the real one. I think that's very nice. Konomi's a good mobile wallet. Somebody says, I'm just so tired of crypto space. Get used to it, bro. That's how it is. If you were in some other shit, you get tired of that shit too. It's just how life is. Laugh my ass off. I live your streams. All right. I also live my streams. My GOX Coins love me. 4,400 yeet. That's rough. Assuming this guy lost 4,400 coins on GOX, that would be pretty fucking tragic. Dude, how long have you been working on HEX? I already answered that one. HEX during a bull market will lead to insane gains. Thank you, sir. Greetings, all Hexers. Greetings. Somebody's talking about some hyperwave shit, which I'm not even going to look at. All hyperwave traders are permanently wrecked and dead. My regards to those that actually died, in addition to just dying on the chart. 3 words. China currency war. You know? And then, I don't get it. What does that mean? Does that mean Bitcoin go up? Well, why are we still at 8K instead of 14K? Because it was really the plus to Ponzi. And now I think it'll really be some Tether shit. Currency war? I don't know, mate. It matters, but it just doesn't outmatter those things. The candles in that Caballabra are tweaking my OCD. Straighten them for fuck out, Rich. Yeah, I want to, man, but I'd have to weld it. I've gone over this a couple times. I don't have the tools I need to weld it, and I don't feel like fucking with it. I could tilt the base forward, I guess. I could like make up for it other ways, but I have better stuff to do that scales. I try to do things that affect thousands of people, right? So if I do a live stream, I don't even know how many people are watching right now. Let's take a look. 711 people. So there's 711 people watching right now. This is at least somewhat scaled, right? That's a pitiful number of viewers in the real world, but this is the crypto world. It's pretty good. If I weld this, how many people's lives are improved? Probably not even my own. I'm not looking at it, right? So fuck that. Like, let's work on HEX. That affects the planet. Like, HEX maximalist. Actually, I don't even like that fucking maximalist word. HEX fixes this. That's my new favorite phrase. Hey, Richard, I have my Bitcoin on Revolut. No Bitcoin key provided. How can I claim my HEX? Can I screenshot my Bitcoin account on Revolut? No. You need to actually take control of your own coins in your own wallet. Try Electrum. Yeah, because this is trustless, right? If someone could look at your screenshot and then give you money, well, then he could just give himself all the money, right? So any system that works like that would be a terrible system. We use cryptographic proof, trustless, secure. Ain't no other way to do it in my book. I guess if the coins were truly worth nothing, then you could have a very fucked up launch in the beginning and hope that it fixed itself later, but it seems stupid. Why not just do it right from the start? Where's HEX located? I don't know, man. Where are smart contracts located, man? I mean, I don't get it. BTC price us irrelevant when the economic crisis hits. But you do want to own BTC when it hits. You stupid. If there's an economic crisis, Bitcoin's going to fucking get destroyed with every other thing. Everything goes down in price in an economic crisis. Everything goes down in price in an economic crisis. Except bullets and cigarettes and alcohol. The concept that your particular very risky speculative investment is going to be the one thing that runs away even though you can't fucking buy anything with it is retarded. I heard Tether will run on Ethereum. Yeah, they already do. They're 25% of transactions on the network. Well, yeah, I think they're 25%. Might be 17. Churning is a real thing. Whoever said that? Churning butter, churning followers. I'm not sure what you mean. What e-change is HEX on? It should list on Fork Delta and Ether Delta because anyone can add them. They should be first. IDEX said they wanted to list it. I would love to be able to hit the phones and start calling people. I want to finish the site and mail the list, and then I'll probably look at the wallet myself, and then I can make calls. I hope HEX works out, for sometimes the best things fail while the shit thing works out. All right. Haha, my live hasn't improved because of my idiot bought December 2017 as a newcomer. Yes, sir, you got fucked. I'm sorry to hear that. No one told you Bitcoin would drop 85% within like 6 months of you buying it. Yeah, that seems real shit, mate. Sorry that happened to you. I hope that it works out better for you. I could drop my key phrase on you. Hex solves this. We'll see. No, stop, mouse. My mouse decided to like skip a lot of shit. This is not the ideal scrolling mouse here. Scrolling up a bit. Still scrolling to where I started missing shit. Man, you guys ask a lot of fucking questions. Now I'm fatigued. I just scrolled down and saw so many questions. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, is there a lot of questions here. I ain't answering all these questions, dudes. This would take some serious speed reading. Holy shit. I guess I'm just going to scroll down a bit and hope for the best. Is that a hex earring? Yes. And bracelet and necklace and cup and shirt and I don't know. I like hexagons now. Someone's like, he's literally reading every line. Yeah, I'm going to speed read now. Sorry, guys. You hyped the CME launch more than anyone? Yeah, and I was right. The price pumped like fuck directly into the launch. And then at 19K, I said, dump it. Fuck you. I was right. You should have been on Twitter. I like it when you are mean to us. Too many of us are retarded and need some kick ass. Thank you, Pablo Caso. Look, I also suck in numerous ways that I am an expert on, and I'm improving. So join the club, come with me, you know. Dan Emmons, or an imposter of him, says, I know Hex is decentralized, but you are open to branding with centralized partners. But are you open to branding with centralized partners and offering services around how to manage the coin long in the future? Far-fetched now. Yeah, I mean, sure. Like, you need on-ramps and you need awareness, and there's a lot of awareness that we do not currently have access to. We're very underrepresented in the Asian market, which is extremely important. I'd love to do some type of cooperation with Huobi or other large Chinese exchanges or players in that space. You know, I like working with people. I like spreading the wealth. And with a product that has a 20% referral program on both Ethereum set to the contract and free claims, where else are you going to get 20% of someone's entire stack? Come on. That's huge, right? That's fucking huge. So it should be very easy for us to onboard people here during this first year. Now, after the first year, there ain't no more referral program unless we're able to build one based on marking up the staking, or, you know, sharing how many shares come out of a stake or something like that with an extra contract. But right now, like, what we got is great. I'd love to see it scaled up. Right now, I don't think the referrers are doing anywhere near as good as they could, but, you know, maybe they're tired of fucking waiting. Maybe once they start seeing some money actually rolling in, they'll get FOMO-ish about it. Hold on a second. Everyone, I'm going to look at the Telegram chat here because these are my real homies, and these people get all the news first. Twitter gets it second. Telegram gets it first, and YouTube gets it like once every 3 months. So let's see what we got here. Dan says it was really him. Thanks, Dan. And since he's an admin in the chat, I think he can just fuck anybody up that he doesn't like. I don't think he is an admin in this chat. Huh. Anyway. I'd love to read Amaris's chat here. Let's do it. I started coffee as of 2017 when I found one I could drink that didn't taste horrible. My ex claims it's not coffee, but almond milk with chocolate and coffee flavor. But it has coffee 80 milligrams of caffeine. Thanks. I got to speed read these guys because there's so many of them. I don't understand why folks wouldn't follow. Because they're pussies. They don't like anything that doesn't fit their narrative. They have a bag, and their bag must always go up with no dips, or unfollow. Dips illegal. Hate those fucking people. If reality bothers you, don't follow me. Like, go follow somebody else, like a kid's channel or something, like Sesame Street or something. I like to talk about reality. I find great profit in it. Hey Rich, get on Twitter and challenge Tone Vase to a cage match. I think I could beat his ass. He's a small dude, but I mean, he might have MMA training and fuck me up. I did martial arts for about 2.5 years, so I'm okay at it. You know, we wouldn't be in the same weight class. It's probably not fair. My position on it is if a guy practices, whoever practices more is likely to win. So like Roger Ver versus me, I give myself a 10% shot on that one because he trains and he's a fucking jiu-jitsu black belt. So if I hit him with a good shot on the way in or a flying knee or some shit, cool, I got lucky. But if it gets on the ground, I'm going to get fucking annihilated is my guess. And yeah, I've trained to pass the guard and side control and all that shit, and it's not enough, right? You need hours at it. I like people that have so much pride in themselves with like no measurements behind it. You're like, shouldn't the guy that does this more often have a pretty good fucking shot? You know, like, but like I've also seen MMA guys get knocked down the street, so really, the odds do play as well. What do I think about stock to flow model? Whatever. Plus token Ponzi mattered more than everything. That plus token Ponzi made everything fucking technical analysis shit not matter at all. Not matter at all. If some fucking Ponzi comes along and buys $4 billion of your shit, cash, price is going to go up, nothing else fucking matters. And when they stop, price is going to go down, nothing else fucking matters. So that fucked up technical analysis badly. Maybe now that it's not in play, we can get back to normal TA working again. That would be fine. Somebody says, oh, Crypto Huntsman says, keep hooking us up with your good knowledge, sir. I made money from your calls. Rocket ship, thumbs up, cash dollar sign emoji. I like your truth. What makes you different from the herd? Thanks, bro. Somebody says gold will do multiples. But that by the time gold's 10K USD, it'll be because your fiat's worthless. All right, that's funny. I like it. That sounds funny. I mean, the world would be entirely annihilated and everything would suck, but mathematically it's funny. I'm going to take a break here and say, not really break, I'm just going to tell you guys, join the Telegram channel, t.me/hex crypto, t.me/strape, like strawberry grape, t.me/Richard's calls, t.me/strape charts, t.me/scivive, twitter.com/Richardheart.win. Subscribe on YouTube. I tell you guys really good things. You should be able to profit from them. Intellectually, maybe financially. Not financial advice. Do your own research. You're responsible if you lose money, not me. I've never had anyone complain about losing money. Which is pretty cool. I have a lot of followers. So I guess I know some of these motherfuckers had to lose money. Just do the odds, right? So I guess people are somewhat manly, like they do unfollow, but they don't complain about getting wrecked or something. I don't know. I'm okay with that. I like it. I like that people don't cry about bad decisions they've made. But you should cry a little bit to learn from them, I guess. I don't know. Are you from the royal lineage of England, as you have a resemblance to Richard I? Thanks. I haven't heard any bad things about any of the King Richards, so I feel good about that. Even though I probably really shouldn't care whatsoever. My ancestry is a quarter German, so. Thanks for your work on HEX. Thank you. Comparing daily RSI today is confluent with November 29th, 30th, where price pumped, but daily 9 EMA was not opened above. The bottom was a week or so later. All right, well, that sounds bullish to me. Bottom a week or so later. I like it. I don't really care about the 9 EMA. On the daily? Never watched it. Not really an EMA guy. It's just like a faster moving average. It's called exponential moving average. It responds quicker. Somebody says short 100x over and over again. Okay. Your true thoughts on Ethereum? It's got a lot of great shit going for it. It's got thousands of devs. It's got, no, that's a little bit misleading, right? It's got thousands of devs that work building on top of it. It's got maybe 40 guys working on it. It's never had an inflation bug. It works great with atomic swaps. It works great with DEXs. It has a more robust mining ecosystem where you truly can join the network and be a miner if you have a GPU, which you can't do on Bitcoin. It's got a bug bounty program which catches bugs. Bitcoin doesn't. It's never had an inflation bug. Bitcoin's had two. Last one caught by a Bitcoin Cash developer. They've both rolled back the chain once. I like Ethereum. So I don't like the Ethereum price. I like the Ethereum network. And the lower the price, the cheaper the transactions are. So I don't mind a low Ethereum price. I do like the Ethereum network. Yes, somebody asked about stock to flow. I already answered it. Somebody asked about, could BTC be superseded by proof of stake coin? Sure, but it's not going to be because of the environment stuff. It's going to be an adoption thing. I mean, I think HEX can actually displace Bitcoin and Ethereum on the market cap charts and be the #1 crypto because it is designed to do that. Ethereum, like, crypto does not have a throughput problem. It has an onboarding problem. Crypto does not have a 51% attack problem for the most part. It has an onboarding problem. So if the biggest problem crypto has is onboarding, what are Ethereum and Bitcoin doing to solve onboarding? Do they have a referral program that pays you 20% of someone's stack to bring them on board? No. Well, then they're not addressing the problem. The problem is onboarding. Okay, Bitcoin went down 85%. Ethereum went down 95%. Why did that happen? Because people sold it, because they could. Well, what if you built something where money came in and it never left? It was locked up. Price could go up and not down. But that can't work. Well, that's how the real world works. CDs have $7.2 trillion in them. Companies that are startups have vesting terms where you must hold your shares and you can't sell them for a period. Works in the real world. So HEX is built to address what actually matters in crypto, which is the price going up and not down, and onboarding new people. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are not. They only pay inflation to miners. That's it. Thoughts on the BitTorrent token? There's too many of them. BitTorrent works fine without them. It's irrelevant, useless. Are you having a problem downloading off of BitTorrent? I'm not. The math of short versus long and equal in the CME futures. What? Huh? I don't understand what Dan's saying here, but yeah, I don't know what he's saying on this one. So Dan says, the math on short versus long is equal in CME futures, though, which is also why CME futures were the bomb for the handful that took that side in 18. The math is always the same. The math doesn't change. So here's how the math works. The reason, so every long in a futures product and a derivative, every long has a short, okay? So you would think that everything's equal. Being long and being short doesn't make a difference, right? Bullshit. 100% bullshit. I'm going to fucking teach you and you're going to actually understand it. I'm going to beat this into your fucking head, okay? When you long, to get your long position, it costs you the least possible because the price is cheap. When you short, it costs you the most possible to get the same position because the price is expensive. If you want to short one Bitcoin that costs $10,000, you got to put up $10,000 or take on leverage. If you want to long a Bitcoin, if the Bitcoin only costs $1, it only costs you a fucking $1. Same Bitcoin, right? The longs always have an advantage over the shorts because it costs them less to enter their positions. And their positions can never stop going up. They can go up forever. The price can go up forever. The price cannot go down forever. It can only go to 0. So if you long 10K, you can go up to $1 million and make whatever 100x, 1000x that is. If you short 10K, you can only make 10 fucking K. And then if you take on leverage, it just amplifies those differences, okay? The only good thing that I can think of regarding the CME is you have a good counterparty that you can sue the shit out of if things don't go right, and you could actually get fiat out with like less counterparty risk. So it seems like a nice place to short compared to shorting in some weird, other country exchange where you don't know whether you're really ever going to get paid or not. Other than that, longs always beat the fuck out of shorts for the reason that I just explained. Now, because you're bad at math, I'm going to explain it to you some more. If you short Bitcoin at 20K and you write it down to 0, it costs you $20,000 to enter the position, and you make $20,000 if it goes to 0, which it ain't going to do. But if you bought near 0, you bought $1, and you wrote it to 20K, you'd make 20,000x, not 1x, 20,000x, okay? 20,000 times better. You made 20,000 fucking x. Can you get any more clear and simple than this? If you short 20K down to fucking 0, you make 20K on your 20K. If you take the same 20K and you buy 20,000 fucking dollar Bitcoins, right? $1 per each Bitcoin, 20,000 of them, the price goes up to 20K, you got 20K times 20K. It's 20,000 times more money. How can I make it more clear to you? It's 20,000 times more money. I can't make it any more fucking clear to you. Long beats short, mathematically, okay? Which is why there ain't no fucking shorts in profit on the market that have a fund that's the short-only fund. There ain't no short-only fund that's killing it. There's a lot of long-only funds killing it. Every long-only fund's killing it for fucking ever because it's easy mathematically to do that, particularly when they keep printing money forever. So shorting crypto is suicide on a long time horizon. If you anyone that's ever shorted Bitcoin for more than 3 years has lost money. Anyone that's ever longed Bitcoin for more than 3 years has made money. Everyone, unless you got fucked by counterparty risk or something, which isn't in this example. Scientists now believe that the primary biological function of breasts is to make men stupid. Female breasts, perhaps, yes. I'm still smart with these ones I got. right, guys. I'm going to go back through my Telegram comments, and I'm going to scroll through chat's comments, and I'm probably going to call it. Richardheart.win if you want to trade. Hex.win. Throw your email address on there. I'll get around to mailing it when the shit is ready to go. Week or two. I might get mailing now, but what's the rush? I mean, I guess the rush is it takes a while to figure out all the cool game theory stuff, so I should probably get around to doing that. T.me/hex crypto. Strape charts. Richard's calls. Sci-Vive. Normal strape. STRAPE. Richardheart.win. Right? I meant Richardheart.win on Twitter is my handle. Richardheart.win is a exchange. Anything else? I think we're good for a bounce up to 9,500, 9,200. What else? I think that's it. So I'm going to go through those questions now on Telegram. Just make sure I got everything. Hex fixes this. Yep. I like it. Hit him with the flying knee. Yeah. Might be a little out of practice. So Dan's talking to me about the margin requirements on CME. He says same margin cost for long and short. That's what everyone expects in crypto. That's what we're used to. It would be very weird if it weren't that way. There is no margin requirement difference between longs and short in crypto. Even if the margin requirements are different, you ain't going to get around the fact that a 20K risk shorting nets you with no margin 20K, and a 20K long from that dollar position at the bottom nets you 20K times 20K with your same 20K risk. Like, there ain't no amount of tomfoolery that you could do with margin requirements that will make up for that. There's a reason there's no giant industry of short only funds, because they're all wrecked, because it doesn't work. They were smart enough to not even try. There wasn't even that many to wreck. All right, now I'm checking the rest of your guys' comments here on whatever this thing is called. The two of YouTube. Will I be selling free merch like that necklace? Will you be selling fire merch like that necklace? Nice, bro. At some point, I'd like to, yeah. I think it's good. Like, it looks cool and makes people feel good about the project, and to some degree helps awareness, but I think the is cool and feels cool is the most important part of it. And, you know, I like that stuff. I like fashion. Yeah, you guys' questions were pretty good. Usually this chat's full of look at his tits and what are you wearing and stuff like that. These were pretty good comments. I think I'm going to have to increase your smart percentage from 50 to maybe 60 or something. Maybe we've had enough unfollows now that we have a good 60% chat quality here. It's actually better than 60% even. Good job, chat. I'm proud of you today. Yeah, so let's hope for the Bitcoin to go to the moon, and I'll keep you guys updated. It's good seeing you. Hope that I get more haircuts so that you guys get more live streams. Oh, I'm talking on stage in Estonia in a week, the 13th and 14th, or 14th and 15th, I think. And if you want to go, you get like 15% off, discount code HEART. It's called Crypto Fin Conf, like crypto finance conference. Nothing else? I guess that's it. It's good talking to you guys. Keep it real.